Oh my goodness. So many Cornwalls today. Just rubies and Reagans everywhere. Hi guys. Welcome to Tuesday and some pirate science. I hope that you are doing well. It is a beautiful fall day outside. I'm looking out my window and I see at least 3 different colors of trees. So October is strong right now. And before you know it, it's going to be Halloween. So what are you guys going to be for Halloween? What is the Cornwall clan going to do for Halloween this year? All right. So, we got first, second, and third. Kyler joins in the chat. Hello, guys. All right. So, a little bit of announcements. Today we were going to do, and we're still going to do, a little pirate science thing about pitch. Pitch is what old ships use to help keep them watertight. And I was trying to make some pitch out of pine resin, and it is an ongoing project. I don't really have enough to share today, so there is some on my hands. I got most of it off. The pine resin is very sticky. I used soap, and then I used a soft soap, and then eventually I just was like, I'm going to use like dish soap. So I used 3 different kinds of soap, and it's like you can't see it anymore, but I can like feel it on my hands. So anyways, that project I will finish up and we will do next week. So, that was a mistake. So we are going to skip forward a week, and we're going to start our rockets project. We're going to start some rockets, which is always a favorite project of mine because I love outer space and I love rockets. And then next week I'll have boiled the pitch, and we'll be able to show you a little bit about that. And then we'll go back to doing rockets. Let's see. Julia and I are going to be pirates. Full thumbs up for that. I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween. Everyone always thinks that I should be a pirate, but you know what? I'm a pirate all the time. So when Halloween comes, I always think that I should be something else besides a pirate. So I'm going to have to think about that. Okay. And let's see. Use peanut butter to get sap off while camping. Oh, good idea. I think I got most of it off now. Just a little sticky residue. And why what? Hello, Micah. Good to see you. All right, so this is I've done rockets so many times. Here, let me grab something off my shelf here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I think that we did some rockets last spring, right? We did some rockets. It's just such a favorite thing of mine to do, and now is really the best time to do it because it is cold and it is a little damp, and the risk of fire is much lower than it was in the summer. So yeah, this is the busted up rocket from last spring that we made together, right? So we might make another rocket, but we're also going to do some fun space. We're going to talk about space. It's going to be great. I love it. So today we're going to start with a software called Simple Rockets. Simple Rockets. And you can get this piece of software on your PC, so like a laptop. You can also get this on an Android or iPhone also. Now I have a link for this software. It is at mrincorvia.com. Okay. Now if you can get this, you can get this software for free at hold on, let me turn my chat off here. Okay, you can get this software for free at mrincorvia.com. I have an education license for it, so you can have it for free. But in order to get it for free from the education, you need to have your Answer Charter School login. Okay. I don't think it's going to work on Chromebook. I'm pretty sure it will not. Let's see. So if you want to get it for free, you have to go to mrincorvia.com. Here we are. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, click on the orange, the links button. Okay, this big orange button, click that. And then right up here, this is our Simple Rockets. I've listed everything. All the places I could find it. So here's the free edition. You download this. And I didn't have any instructions how to install it. It basically, you have to download it. It'll come as a raw file, RAR, and then you have to extract it and then just run the Simple Rockets program. So you don't have to install anything, but you do need to know how to extract it. So I'll maybe put a little link for the instructions right there. And then I have a link for the Android version and the iOS version. I looked online. They are 99 cents a piece. So you can get them on your phone, and you can get it on your Android phone, your Android tablet, or your iPad or your iPhone. 99 cents. Or there is a free edition right here that you can run on a computer, and that is what I will be using today. So the program is Simple Rockets. Let's take a look at my chat before we dive into that. Do we have any questions? Let's see. It's my birthday in 3 days. Well, happy 3 days till your birthday, Austin. And how old are you going to be? Oil makes the sap come off. Ah, okay. My dish soap did a pretty good job too. Going to be an angel for Halloween. A cat. Is it good? Good choices. How long will it take? I'm not sure what you mean by how long it will take. How long will it take to download the program and play? I don't know. All right, let's take a look at Simple Rockets. This is Simple Rockets. It is a, I'm going to show you. So first you have all the training right here, okay? Let's take a look at the first thing. It says, I applaud you for training first. Most people want to skip the training and jump straight to the action. Ha! That's not us. Every ship must have a command pod. So right here, this is where your astronauts are. They're in this command pod right here. This is the brain of your ship. You must keep it safe. If it blows up, your mission is over. I mean, that makes sense, right? You don't want it to blow up. This is the simplest rocket you can create. It has a fuel tank. Here's the fuel tank. So here's the command pod, the fuel tank. Can you see my mouse while I'm doing this? Oh, yes, you can. Okay. And then here's the engine. You can stack multiple tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this. 4 tanks on top of each other. More fuel, right? A single stage rocket is very limited. You will want to get into orbit. You'll need more than one stage. The first stage has large fuel tanks and engines that provide power to get through the atmosphere. The second stage is smaller and used to get the rocket into a stable orbit. Okay? So in our rocket right here, let me see. In our rocket right here, we have some fins for stability, and we have one fuel source down here, and this is a spent rocket. I don't know if I can get this out with just my fingers right now. Ah, come on. Normally I have to get that out with like a pair of pliers. Let me grab my pliers real quick and pull this baby out. Okay, got my pliers. Got my pliers. So let's pull this out. There we go. So here is the rocket engine. Now this engine has its fuel inside of it, right? There's no big tank of fuel, okay? But the fuel is inside of it, and it burns from the bottom up, and as it burns, it shoots out hot gas very fast in a downward direction. It looks like a jet of fire, and it pushes it down so hard that it goes up. It's like if you've ever had a balloon and you fill the balloon up with air, and then you let it go. All the air pushes out one side, and the balloon goes flies around, right? That's what a rocket is, except we control the make it go where we want it to go. Okay? Well, now my hands smells like pine sap and sulfur from touching the rocket. Gross. And I'm going to need to like take a whole shower after this class. Okay, back to simple rockets. Okay. So this teaches, look at this. These are something that we can build. You can snap together all these parts to make these really big, crazy rockets. Okay. So I'm going to show you building. Let's take a look at flying for a second. So here's how you play. This gauge over here is how much throttle you're putting in. So it's at 100%. That means it's going to use as much of the fuel as it possibly can and burn it as fast as it can. This is your stage selector, and this helps steer your rocket down here. You can also grab the wheel to turn it. Okay. All right. Let's get back to let's get off one more. I just need to refresh my own understanding here. Is how to get into. Okay. So once we fly up 1,500 meters, I need to remember this, 1,500 meters, we turn about 30 degrees. All right. That's all I really needed to remember. Okay, so this is the app view. This is the trajectory that the rocket is going to follow. So if we don't do anything else, the rocket is going to crash here onto, this is the name of their planet, Smurf. Smurf. Austin says he's going to be 8. Very good. Do you think we're going to go back to school this trimester, Captain? Reagan, the best I can say is that I hope so. I really do hope so. It really depends on how well the public wears their masks and how well we keep our social distancing. The reason we do all these things is so that we can go back and do school. And then, yep, smashes in. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Let us do a blast off. All right. So here we are. This is our rocket here. So here we have the command module, right, up on top. And then we got this big fuel tank. Happy Halloween to you guys. And then we got this big rocket engine, okay? Let's give it a shot. So here is our rocket. it's sitting here on Smurf. Okay. You can see we can zoom way out. We can keep zooming out. We can even see the curvature of the Earth there and the ocean. Okay, so here is our rocket. The first thing I'm going to do is you can click, this is the heading wheel. This is where this green arrow is where the rocket will point to. I'm going to just set it straight up and we're going to lock that in so that way we don't need to turn. It's kind of like autopilot. Captain, I invited you to my Minecraft realm. Oh, thank you very much, Micah. No Minecraft today, though. That's right. Austin knows. Harper, do you think we're going back to school this trimester? I just answered that question. I honestly don't think we are. I think it's going to be at least until the spring. That's my guess. All right, and now we're going to turn this is our throttle. Right now it is at 0. We can put it 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. We're going to knock it all the way up to 100%. So it is ready to blast off. When I click this stage 1 button, the fuel is going to shoot into the engine and it's going to take off. You want to count down with me? Guys, can you count down? 5. Here, type in chat with me here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Here we go. So our rocket is shooting up into... Now you can see in the upper right here, our numbers are going up. We're passing 7,000 meters. We're going about 900, 1,000 meters per second. We can zoom out. You can see the trail of our smoke here. And all we're doing is we're having it just go straight up. We have ignition. You can see things are getting dark. We are leaving the Earth's atmosphere and we can start to see the stars in the background. As we leave the atmosphere, we have run out of fuel. We've run out of fuel. But our momentum keeps us going up. As we go up, so that's it. We have ignition. Okay, so that is that. We're going to do, let me just do a sandbox. Okay, here we go. We're going to take off. So we're going to take off from Earth. So wait, hold on a second. Here are all the different planets you can take off from. Now they named them silly names because this is not supposed to be real life, but this is Mercury, like Mercury, Venus, Earth, the Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay? So you can take off from any of these celestial bodies. We're going to take off from the Earth. And we start off with just our little command module. So we're going to snap some parts onto it real quick, okay? Let's see. We're going to grab one of these rocket tanks and we're going to put one of these engines on it. And now I'm going to grab a detacher, putting that on here. And we're going to get a big rocket tank. And we're going to put another on there. Okay. You think that's enough or do we need more? Let's put more power. More power. We're going to put some more rockets on here. Okay. Get some nose cones. Okay, so what's going to happen here is first these 3 rockets are going to go. Then once they are empty, we will get rid of them. Get rid of all that weight. And then we'll use the smaller rocket to get us into orbit. Okay? Yeah, all that power. So here we are. So our goal is to get into an orbit around the Earth. Okay? We're going to become a satellite, just around and around and around. Okay? So here we go. We're going to lock our heading up top. We're going to go full power. Now, here's the deal, guys. You need to take a look at this number in the upper right. When it gets to 15,000, we need to start to bank 30 degrees. Okay? So this is 45 degrees. So 30 degrees is right here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Nope. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. So each one of these ticks is 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there, that will be our heading once we get to 15,000 feet. Who said power is Maya, my sister? Oh, okay. So here we go. I need you to count down again. Yeah, Emma's got it already. Give me a 5. Give me a 4. Give me 3. 2. Oh, 1. Here we go. Blast off. Uh-oh. So we got different staging rockets here. I messed my staging up. But we got 2 of our rockets firing us off into the sky here. Over here on the left, you can see our fuel going down. This is not going to be the best rocket because we're going to be carrying a lot of extra weight for a little bit. Let's let this burn down. Okay, we are at 2,000 feet. As we leave the atmosphere, we will begin to go faster because there will be less air, and it'll be like being able to slip through the air faster if there's less of it. Okay, 6,000 feet. Yeah, we're flying. Then can you see the air get a little darker? We're beginning to leave the atmosphere. All right, here we are coming up to 15,000 feet. So now we're going to grab our heading and we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 degrees. So you can see the rocket is now changing its trajectory. This green arrow right here is the direction the rocket is actually flying. And this is the direction that we've set it to point to. So now the rocket has gone up, and now we're curving it with the Earth. We're about to run out of fuel of our first rockets. So now let's engage our second rocket. There we go. So we will burn this. Now this is where I said I messed up our timing. We should have see how we got these. We're carrying these big rockets, but they don't have any fuel in them. So we're just, it's a lot of weight. What would be best is if we could just get rid of them. But we will do that in a bit. So now you can see we're really getting out there. We are out among the stars now. We are traveling 1,000 meters a second. And we are closing in at 75,000 meters. Again, we're pretty high up there. All right, we're just waiting for our fuel to run out here. Take a look at our map. Okay, so over here, this is our map. Here's our rocket. And here is the map. All right. And you can see this is our trajectory. Here's our rocket right here. Here's the Earth, and here's the Earth's atmosphere. And you can see as we fly and burn, our trajectory is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're almost out of fuel here. Okay, we are out of fuel. So we are floating here in outer space. And this is the trajectory we are on. So here's our rocket ship, and you can see we're moving slightly. Space is so big that even though we're moving almost 2,000 meters per second, it looks like we're on this very slow curve because this curve is thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers long. Okay? How do you get to simple rockets? Go to mrincorvia.com and it's on the link page. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to all this heavy weight. Okay? So here we go. We're going to detach. Goodbye, heavyweight. There it goes. So now we don't have that anymore. We can use this smaller rocket to be more maneuverable. There it goes. Everybody wave goodbye. It did its job. It will float back down to Earth and crash probably in the ocean somewhere. Now, real scientists will equip these with parachutes and they will go get them, right? In fact, the SpaceX ones have miniature rockets on them and they will land their boosters on platforms. Very advanced. So now this is going to take a very, very long time. So this is the Apa-Apis. I don't think I've ever had to pronounce this out loud before. Apa-Apsis. This is the highest point of this long arc. And we are waiting for crash on my house. We are waiting for our spaceship to get to this highest point. And you can see here that this point is 640 kilometers off of Earth. It is a long ways away. It's also 8 minutes and 15 seconds away. We have to sit here and wait for 18 minutes. Now that is a boring amount of time. Fortunately, we have ways of speeding up time. So we can click the fast forward button. Now you can see it's going down much faster, right? So let's let this tick down. We can even increase this to a warp speed. Oh, we have to turn the engines off. Okay, so turn the engines off and we can go to a warp speed. See how much faster we're going now? 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Now we can slow it down a little bit here. Okay, so we're approaching the highest point. We're approaching the highest point. Let's go down to regular speed. We have 20 seconds until we get to the highest point. At the highest point, we stop going away from the Earth and we start falling towards the Earth, right? Can we pause? Can I pause? I don't think I've ever had to pause. Oh, pause. Okay. So here we are. We are at, let's play. 2, 1, pause. Okay, I've paused the simulation right now. So here's our spaceship right here. You can see it's still pointing away from Earth. But we have reached the highest point. It's like if you take a baseball and you throw it, it goes up and then it gets to the highest point and then gravity pulls on the ball and it starts to fall towards the Earth. That is what is going to happen to our rocket. We threw it as far as we could and it goes up, 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 and it curves, and it's got to the highest point. It's run out of speed, and now the Earth is going to start pulling our rocket back down. And it's going to crash right there. This is where it's going to crash, right there. But we don't want it to crash. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the next stage of our rocket to put us into orbit around the Earth. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to unpause it, and we're going to grab our course heading, and we're going to point it in a perpendicular 90 degrees away from the Earth. Okay, so let's pause. So this is Earth, and here, this is the 90 degrees I'm talking about. This is straight up from Earth, and then 90 degrees, like a flat tabletop on top of this. We're going to point our ship in that direction, and we are going to do a prograde burn, which means, there we go, we are burning into the way we're moving. Now, I want you to take a look at what happens to our trajectory. As we add speed, our trajectory is going to get fatter, right? We're adding speed, so the arc of our path is going to get bigger and bigger. Can you see it getting bigger? Let's go 100%. See, it's getting bigger and bigger? Now, if we were to keep going, we would no longer crash right here. We've added speed, so now we would crash right here. And if we add more speed, we'll crash right here. And if we add even more speed, we'll crash right here. But what happens if we keep going all the way around and we just miss the Earth? Let's keep adding speed. You are foxy for Halloween. Oh, that sounds fun. Now there we go. So here we have added enough speed. So what has happened is the point where the gravity is going to pull us into the Earth again, we're going so much faster that as we're falling, we're just going to miss the Earth. That's what an orbit is, basically. You're falling so fast. We can do fast forward. We can go to, let's go. So here we go. We're just going to go around and around the Earth. I'm Maya Kelly's crew. So there we go. This is our rocket. So here's our rocket, and it is in outer space, and it is floating around and around and around and around. Now we can keep zooming out. Let's keep zooming out, guys. This big ring is the orbit of the moon. So we could go try to land on the moon. We can keep going out. We can keep going out, and look at this. This big giant circle here is the orbit of the Earth. There's the sun, there's Mercury. Here are all the different planets going around and around and around. Jupiter, Saturn. Look, there's Halley's Comet. They call it Smealy's Comet. It's funny. Uranus, Neptune. Okay, so there's our solar system. We can zoom all the way in here. And that big giant orbit we made, Seems pretty small right now. Tiny little guy going around and around the Earth. All right? Let's do one more thing before we go. We're going to crash into the Earth. Okay? Let's wait till we get back to our apoapsis. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce that. Apoapsis. It's one of these things I've read 1,000 times and I've never had to say. Okay, let's slow down. Now that we're back at the height of our curve, what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite. We are going to turn around and do a retro burn. So we're going to try to go backwards. So we're firing our engine backwards now. And as you can see, what it's doing is it's making our trajectory smaller. We've slowed down, so now we're going to fall into the Earth. All right, let's speed up. So first you can see this thin layer. This is the atmosphere. Once we hit this, we're going to enter the air of the Earth. An angel for Halloween. This is going to be a good Halloween for you guys. You guys going to still go trick-or-treating? Okay, here we are. We are entering the Earth. You can see that the stars are disappearing now. We are in the atmosphere now. So it's now turning into a blue sunny day. And we are falling. We are at 9,000 meters, 5,000 meters, 2,000 meters. We're gonna have a crash landing here in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. We smashed into the ocean. Our pod has been destroyed. Okay? So that was our little experiment here. There are other things we can try to do. There are wheels and side detachers and things like that, so that you can build rovers to go around planets. We can try to land on the moon, and these things are not easy to accomplish. What is this guy? Great for blasting off, but can't be throttled or turned. Interesting. I've never even seen this before. Ion engine, low power, high efficiency, but powered by batteries. And then we have things like solar panels and docking and all kinds. You can make spaceships. It's going to be cool. So we will play more around with simple rockets. If you want to get simple rockets for yourself, and you should, and play around with it as much as you can, go to mrincorvia.com. Okay, go to mrincorvia.com. Click on the links right here. Okay. Right now, be like, hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, Big Brother. Hey, Grandma. Whoever. Hey, Great Uncle Steve, twice removed. Call someone and say, I want to get simple rockets. I need to go to mrincorvia.com and I need to click on the green links, okay? Hey, cousin Bob. Click on the orange link. The orange link right here. And here are the links for simple rockets. It's free for PC. There's an education version, which I just used. And because it's an education version, you need to sign in with your @answercharterschool.org email address to be able to download it. Okay? You can also get it on Android or iOS. It's 99 cents. It's on sale right now, I think. See? Oh, it says installed. But I think it's regularly $3, and now it's only 99 cents right now on sale. So you can buy it and put it onto your. I don't think it's on. It's not on Xbox. No, it's not on Xbox. Okay, so here again, you go to mrincorvia.com. Okay. And then you click on the orange link right here, links, and it's the first one here, Simple Rockets. You can play around with that too. Yeah. Hey Carter. Hey Ruby. Hey Ryder. Yeah. You got all. Yep. You will be a zombie bride for Halloween. Oh my goodness. Did you think of that one by yourself, Ruby? Is that what? How did you come up with that idea, being a zombie bride? Okay, so remember, mrincorvia.com. That will get you to the Simple Rockets. It's super fun. And, you know, it's like, I wish that we had more time to just play around with some of these games. The Simple Rockets. I once flew to Mars, and it was so hard to land on Mars, you know, because the atmosphere is so thin. You can't just use parachutes. You have to use these rockets. And that's what the real scientists found, that they had to do that. It was very challenging. I wish we could do that. And then also, I want to play more Powder Toy with you guys too. That game is super cool. All the cool chemical reactions and stuff you can do. Just brilliant. You know, actually, I wanted to do a baking soda volcano. Like, I've taught science for so long, and you always hear about the baking soda volcano, right? Like, it's the most classic, ridiculous science experiment, and I'm like, we should do that. We should make a baking soda volcano. And you know, I think that, like, here, let me pull up Powder Toy. Do I have it? Yep, there it is. Let's see. Okay, here's Powder Toy. I wanted to, like, can we make a baking soda volcano? Let's see, solids, some wood. Okay, and then do we have explosives, gas, liquids, powders? Okay, we got powders, dust, concrete, salt, sand, broken glass, yeast, broken coal, freeze powder, anti-air, what the heck, powdered quartz, broken electronics, clay, dust, and sawdust. Ah, they don't have any, like, I don't know, maybe baking soda. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll look it up. I'll look up how we can do a volcano in where am I? There we are. I'll look up how we can do a volcano in Powder Toy, because I really want to, and then we'll build a volcano. Like, maybe we'll put rockets on hold and we'll just do baking soda volcano. I'm like, it's so silly, and I'm really excited about it. So we need to do elephant toothpaste. You know, elephant toothpaste and baking soda volcano work on the same idea, that you are rapidly releasing the gas. So we do need to do some baking soda, some elephant toothpaste. I think I have the stuff to do it. So we'll look into that. Okay, guys, I had a good time with you today. Go try some Simple Rockets. It is crazy fun. You can just do silly stuff like this. Like, you can just be like, let's just like build a like a rocket. Can we build a rocket car? Can we, like, I can't remember if we can rotate tools. Well, here, let's just make a missile. Wait, hold on, let's go back. Exit. Wait, no, I want to abort. Switch ship. No. Destroy ship. Yay, okay. That did it. All right, let's just take a look at our staging here. That's what we need to do. We need to put that in the same stage. Okay, here we go. So let's take this off real quick. Full speed ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Go. And then we'll just immediately go sideways. Look at this. Woo! Oh, turn up, turn up, turn up! Aww. Okay, so there's all kinds of fun things you can do with simple rockets, all right? So go download it on mrincorvia.com right here. Mess around with it, have a lot of fun, learn about rockets, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.